All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here, talking real music in real time for a few real people out there just like you and just like me. Before I get going here, we're going to talk about Journey in Casper, Wyoming. Pearls and Flames, Reliance, Sounds Like, Toto, Foreigner, Survivor, and Journey, all rolled into one great band. This came out last year, kind of under my radar for some time, but just phenomenal music. Best thing you can do is grab yourself a copy of this if you can. Pretty sure it's available out there for purchase, but if not, go stream it at least, and know that there is good music out there that you've probably not heard of, that nobody is promoting, especially here in the United States. So, Casper, Wyoming, kind of a remote location in the United States. Good for them for having concerts out there in Casper, Wyoming. Check this out. Doing a little screen share here. I don't usually do that. Anyway, Neal and Jon, things are coming together, friends. Okay. And here is Neal leaning on the famous red piano. I don't think this is the original red piano. Could be. Maybe it is. I don't know. But look, Jonathan Cain, is that a smile? Is that a smile? Neal Jon, and definitely a smile with Todd Jensen, who's thinking to himself, job security. If these two guys can, bury the hatchet and put all the lawsuits behind and develop some onstage chemistry, you just don't know. You don't know. This might just continue on for a very long time. I know a lot of people thought it was over. I have gone back and forth. At the very beginning of this, though, I knew this wasn't going to be the end right away, that things would have to go even further downhill because, again, one of the things that Neal tweets out here is sold out. Sold out. Sold out means lots and lots of money. Who's managing this band right now, by the way? Who's the manager of Journey? It's Neal and his wife, I believe. Neal and his wife are managing this band. And everybody says, hey, you need to get a manager. Well, why? Maybe you don't. Well, Neal makes a lot of bad decisions and he's not really a manager. Well, here's the thing. The manager is kind of like a middleman who gets like 10 or 15% of whatever. And I'm not convinced that people have, Journey's best interests at heart right now. I don't believe certain managers who really know their stuff, who manage a lot of other people, understand the dynamic here with Neal, Jon, and Journey. And they would probably say a couple of things and then Neal would lose his mind and that would be the end of the manager, much like the guy who is managing from Def Leppard. So what's the future? The future, I think, is good for Journey, at least in the short term. I'm thinking they finish the tour. It's a pretty rigorous tour schedule, by the way, for this band. Much more intense than in previous years, like recently. So these guys definitely need a break. At some point when this is over, they'll take some significant time off. And then I think they're going to reboot. And they're probably going to get somebody else to go out there with them. I'm thinking Toto, this was good. This was a good combo. Joseph Williams has been in Toto since I think like 1985. So I'm pretty sure that that's not going to work for too much longer. He's doing a good job out there. But see, when people get mad, including yours truly, regarding vocals, if you're going to compare Arnell with Joe Williams, I think Joe is still okay out there, but a lot of people aren't as familiar with the Toto material, so they don't know if it's being, tuned down like a step or half or whatever it is. Whereas with the Journey material, because it's so iconic and those songs are on the radio a lot, whereas there's only a couple of songs with like the Bobby Kimball original vocals that are out there that are heard daily. In fact, there's a lot of Lukather stuff. I Won't Hold You Back Now, those types of songs that are on the radio still. But yeah, so I'm thinking Journey might pick up someone else for their next tour. And I think there will be another tour. I mean, the money is too good. They're probably not going to be making any more new material. I'm thinking what they should do is remaster Freedom, put it out as a deluxe package with maybe a couple of bonus tracks on there. Let somebody remaster it though. And then try to reboot with that, because there's some great material on that album. And some of that should have made it somewhere in the radio industry. I know there's no desire to play new music by dinosaur bands, but with a band like Journey, there should have been an exception to that rule. So, good news, right? I mean, that is just a great tweet. Neal, Jon, things are coming together, friends. Now, one more thing. This could be used by all the trolls and bots in a way that, again, is going to instigate a fight. Well, Neal Schon's the one who started all this, so he's not really sincere here, even though both guys look like they're smiling. The trolls and bots, whatever they are, people, whether it's paid influencers, which those people exist out there, or it's a program that you can wind up like, some kind of toy and let it go to town. Those things are despicable. Both the people who engage in it and the actual technology. It's borderline harassment. It's psychological torture to some degree, because you wake up every day, who's going to come after me today? Oh, you're just paranoid. You've got thin skin. No, nobody likes negativity constantly. I'm sorry. Nobody likes it, and it's difficult, especially if the criticism is unfounded, or you've got one side of the story and there's another side, and clearly there are, other factors that you're not aware of, and both parties might be partially to blame. So maybe you should take that into consideration and just worry about promoting this band. Look, folks, Journey is kind of like one of the last real money-making institutions out there. There are a couple. Like Def Leppard is a great example of another one. But there aren't too many that are from this era and who can generate revenue and who can sell out a stadium. That's pretty impressive. Neal Jon said, hey, we can play stadiums. We should be. And lo and behold, this tour has been very successful. So in any event, before I take off, one more time with the Pearls and Flames right here. The album is called Reliance. It's good. In fact, if you like Journey, Foreigner, Survivor, and Toto, Journey and Toto right here in one band. Courtesy of Pride and Joy Music. So yeah, diversifying the record label portfolio just a little bit. Thanks for watching, folks. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Smack the bell if you want notifications on new videos. Also Patreon, if you want to have a civil conversation over on Patreon, it's $1 a month. That's the best way to get a hold of me, and it helps support the channel because the revenue, it ebbs and flows. One last note too about Rumble. These videos do go over to Rumble. I am not earning any revenue from Rumble. I know everybody loves Rumble. It's a great platform, but so far, I guess I need to be like Steven Crowder or something to be successful over on Rumble, but it's not a platform where, you're going to be able to support your family or anything anytime soon. YouTube, with its faults, has been pretty consistent, especially the last 3 or 4 years. So again, I ask you to watch the videos on YouTube. I understand people that don't like YouTube and why they don't like YouTube. I've had difficulties over the years with YouTube from time to time. But I also have to admit that overall, this is the best job I've ever had. So I'm just putting it out there. Much like Journey, hey, we're making money. So we're going to smile and we're going to try to get along with each other. And it's all good, people. So watch the videos here on YouTube. You can certainly watch them on Rumble too. But as far as like the comments section on Rumble and so forth, I can barely keep up with the comments I get from patrons on Patreon. So that's my focus. The people who are over on Patreon, and it's all day long. It's about 10, 20 people strong all day long. And if I go away for a few hours, I notice that it's like an accumulation of email. You know how you get the email and you have to delete it all or sift through it. I pretty much try to respond to everybody. So if I don't respond to you, it might be because you just sent like a smiley face or something. And I don't know if I need to send one back, and we could keep doing that. Thumbs up, smiley face. When does this end, But anyway, I appreciate all the patrons. Thanks for watching, people. More stuff coming. Stay tuned.